So for my first article today, it's Athletic Administration, Mental Health, and the College Athlete by Timothy Neal. So starting off, Timothy was a coach, and one of his players came in and told him that his grades have been going down recently. And Timothy explained how in the past, in high school, this athlete was diagnosed with depression because his mom and dad had gotten a divorce. Now, this was just an example for Timothy. He continues on about talking about the mental health of each student athlete, not each specifically, but just every student athlete in general, and how, for example, they can be good one day and then the next day, a lot of homework, a lot of practice, and everything just can bring down their levels and create a lot of stress. I think he said the age is 18 to 25 of people that are student athletes are the ones that tend to get depression and anxiety, which is very unfortunate, I believe. But he continues on talking about also the concussions that can actually change an athlete and like damage their brain and cause medical conditions that can be very, very bad for them. Timothy now specializes in this. He also talks about how every school should have a plan, for example, with their athletic director, athletic trainer, the coaches, and also their sports medicine department, just to make sure that they watch over these people or student athletes to make sure that they are all doing okay. And he really emphasizes this plan because it's very important, because a lot of student athletes tend to have like habits of abusing drugs, abusing alcohol, narcotics, and suicide actually does come from this, unfortunately, he says. So that is why he stresses this plan so much to each university, to help make the student athletes a lot better, a lot healthier, and avoid these mental disorders. My next article, it is also by Athletic Administration, and it is Study Abroad and the Student Athlete by Erin Dangler. So starting off, she starts to explain how student athletes don't have the time to be able to study abroad because of their classes, as well as training and practicing. And the big thing about that is that Michigan saw they decided to do the opportunity and address this. They came out with a program over the summer that is around 5 weeks, and it allows their student athletes to be able to go out to Australia and actually train and work with some of the best people ever. Say some of the best people ever, I mean like they get to go to the 2000 Olympics training site, and they actually get to work with some of the Olympic trainers from that time, which also improves them and makes them a lot better, but it could also maybe get them to compete at the Olympic level someday. The schedule is pretty simple for them. Every day, mornings, they have classes, and then after that, that's when they get to train in the afternoon. And of course, they have Sundays off because it's Sunday. And overall, this is just a really good article talking about how Michigan turned something that was nothing into something for their student athletes and really catering for them. Since then, the Big Ten has allowed this to every university for the Big Ten, and so far only Michigan and Minnesota are the two universities that are doing it. Overall, I think these two articles are very impactful. One talking about mental health, which is a big issue, regardless of the year or anything. It's still happening today, and it still is a big cause of suicides and deaths. And then the article about studying abroad is that also really big, because I believe that student athletes don't necessarily have the time or day to be able to study abroad when they really want to, which just helps with like social culturalization and also just being able to go out there and travel and like see new places besides just the United States.